But first, I kind of wanted to talk about Rocio. Had a post last night.
That was a really good post.
It was a really good post. Do we want to actually read the post?
Yeah,
Do you have the
I can
post?
pull it up.
If that's
I've
okay,
got it.
Rocio, we're going to read your post.
Yes.
And then we'll give you our perspective on it. But it had to do with... Oh, here you go. Go ahead and read it.
Okay, so the question is, why is it ethical for sellers to receive multiple offers but unethical for buyers to submit multiple offers? I have buyers needing to find a place ASAP. We've lost the opportunity to submit offers on other properties because sellers want to sit on offers over the weekend to decide. Who am I serving when I tell my client we can only submit one offer at a time? I'm also telling them they can end up under contract on 2 properties, but the truth is, if I don't deliver earnest money, the contract is terminated. I've always been very ethical about this, and I totally agree it's not the best practice, but for the first time, I'm feeling I'm not serving my client's best interest by doing so. Anyone else feeling like me?
Yeah, great post. Great post.
Really good post.
And yeah, it's frustrating when we're in the market that we're in, and obviously we're still doing multiple offers.
Yeah.
If this is coming up, then we're still in that crazy market. But here's why you're not supposed to do it. And the problem with writing multiple offers for a buyer and what's happening on the seller side. So the seller is offering their home for sale. Okay, they haven't committed to anybody. They haven't said, I'll sell it to you. They're saying, it's open.
Yeah.
Open season, come look at my house, bring me an offer. But they haven't agreed to sell it to anyone. So multiple offers come in, 5 offers, 10 offers. But all the seller has done so far is said, I'm willing to sell to someone. And all these offers come. Now, when they sign, I'm accepting one of these offers, they only get to do that one time. They don't get to sign multiple acceptances and then call somebody up and say, oh, I'm joking. I like this guy better over here.
Yeah. Got one shot.
Got one shot. Now, if you counter one of these offers and they don't go for it, then you can go to the next guy and the next guy. But you're only getting to have one agreement. So the buyer, you're thinking, well, why can't I write multiple offers? Because that could get accepted multiple times. That's the main issue. So let's say buyer Smith writes an offer on listing X and listing Y, submits both offers, and let's say both sellers sign it.
The offer.
They both go, this is great. They don't counter, nothing. They both accept it. That buyer has committed to 2 different sellers to buy. Now, there's many ways out of a contract, and that's what I'm hearing about, the earnest money or something like that. Section, 30? It's at the end of the contract.
Good faith.
Good faith. So if your buyer is writing multiple offers and not disclosing that, hey, I've got all these offers out there and I'm going to back out of anyone that doesn't accept mine first, doesn't say something like that, which they don't. You can't do that. They're not entering in good faith. Yeah. They're saying, yeah, I'll buy yours if this one doesn't go together, but I didn't tell anyone about this. And that's not good faith.
That's not good faith.
And not delivering earnest money, that is not termination.
It's breach of contract.
It's breach of contract.
Yeah.
So when Rocio said, and it makes sense to think, well, I didn't give the earnest money, so return. No. You did not terminate the contract. You breached your contract. Delivering earnest money is just like any other deadline. You have a deadline for inspection and appraisal, title. So by not delivering your earnest money, you have breached your contract, and that seller could go after that earnest money. Now,
it's not going to happen. It's so early. And yes, you could send a notice to terminate and mark the inspection box. They decided not to move. But it's not.
It all comes down to good faith. You're making an offer under false pretenses. And that's why you can't do it. Because someone someday might go after that buyer for saying, look, you were messing around and you really weren't serious. I had another offer on the table. I went with your offer. You then got another offer accepted. You terminated this one just because for no real reason. And the other offer that I had, well, they said, darn it. And they went and wrote an offer on something else. And now my house didn't sell. And it was all because you had bad faith in the beginning. And there are people out there that have a couple extra bucks and have some extra time, and they will sue you. So,
and there are definitely real estate agents in the industry who don't have the same ethical beliefs and will go out and write multiple offers on properties. But we hold you guys to an extremely high standard, and we explain why there's a reason for that standard, because it's written in the contract what your obligations are. But if you think about every single agent with every single buyer writing multiple offers on every property, the chain reaction you just proposed could be happening on every single home. And you could have 10 offers come in with 10 buyers that have written 4 offers on multiple properties, and it's just a disaster. So don't do it.
Don't do it. And yes, you do work for your buyer, but that doesn't mean you take direction from your buyer.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, your buyer, it's your job as the professional to let them know what the law is. And writing a contract that's starting out not in good faith, that's a bad contract. That's illegal.
Well, and like you said, you're looking out for the buyer's best interest by making sure they're not getting themselves into, thin ice where a seller could pursue them legally. Then your buyer's going to say, well, you didn't tell me that I shouldn't write multiple offers, that there could be financial repercussions to this.
There's consequences.
Yeah.
So, although it sounds good.
It does sound good.
And it's frustrating not to be able to find your buyer a home. You can't do it. You just can't do it. So, yeah. But great question, and totally get it. What do you do when a buyer is interested on 2 properties, submit on Friday, but seller won't decide until Monday? Well, that's up to your buyer what to do. I mean, if they're not going to make a decision quick enough, then you put in your termination, your deadline of when your acceptance is. Just because they say they're not going to look at it on Monday, you still can submit your offer.
Yep.
Put a notice that it's to be accepted by Saturday evening, Sunday evening. And I mean, they're going to see your offer. It's not that they're not going to see it. It's that they've said that I'm not going to make a decision. Well, if they've got it in hand and they see that there's a acceptance deadline and they really like the offer, if they want to, they can
counter it.
A counter. But you at least know when the deadline is, so that if they don't come back to you on Saturday evening, well, you go write an offer
on something else.
Something else.
But now you don't have 2 legal contracts out there at the same time. You've got an offer that just expired, and you've got another offer that you submit, but this expired offer can be revived.
Exactly.
By the seller.
And that's why it can be revived. And if they didn't accept it on Saturday by 5 o'clock, and you submit another offer on Sunday, and that's sitting out there, nothing's happened with it. On Monday, that first offer comes back and writes a counter to your offer. You have the decision to go, oh, I like that counter. We're going to rescind our other offer and now accept this counter.
Yeah.
But you were never at any time under any obligation to buy 2 homes.
Houses at the same time. Exactly. So staggering your offers might be a really good solution.
I won't do it, I promise.
Rocio, I'm not worried about it, but it was a great question, and I know we all feel that same.
I can play with those dates and submit more than one offer over the weekend. Yes, you can submit more than one offer over the weekend, as long as you stagger them.
So one has an acceptance deadline of Saturday at noon. And then at Saturday at noon, you can submit an offer that has an acceptance deadline of Sunday at 5 p.m. You just can't have 2 offers out simultaneously.
Perfect.